5 mistakes Gemini makes trying to increase their options in life, because Gemini loves options. And the first thing for Gemini mistake that they make is not being prepared. The reason not being prepared for Gemini is a massive mistake, and it is one of the 5 mistakes that they make trying to increase their options, is because Geminis sometimes feel like they can wing it. You know, maybe it's the air sign, wing, fly, whatever. But sometimes Gemini believes that they can just get away with maybe just what they know and doing their best and showing up and turning up and talking their way out of it. Because you know, Gemini is the sign of communication. So they think they can talk their way out of any scenario. But when you're prepared as a Gemini, because Gemini want more options, because Gemini like to do multiple things in life. They don't like to just do one thing the same. They like to do multiple things. And being prepared or not being prepared means that you're not going to be successful in something that you're trying to do. When you're successful in something that you're trying to do, you can maintain it and then go on to do something else. The Gemini like to do so many multiple things, and sometimes the preparation is the key to success, like everybody knows. And the communication sometimes can't get Gemini out of it. Second one, not persisting when a good idea becomes hard. Not persisting when a good idea becomes hard. Geminis, they are naturally people who are adaptable and very changeable. So sometimes when things become too hard, they will just think that in their mind that basically they should do something else. Basically, they should focus on something else. Basically, it's not for them what they're trying to do. It's not right. They feel like if they can't work this out, then maybe it's something else that they should do. But that's a massive mistake for Gemini. What they should actually do is keep going. Sometimes when you keep going in life, you know, sometimes you know, when you start something, it goes like boom, up, and then it plateaus and it goes down. And Gemini normally gives up when it goes down. But then it's going to go up again higher than it was previously. And it might keep doing that for a while. But Geminis tend to move on when it goes down and try something else because they think it doesn't work, and they're very adaptable people, so they can handle the change. But persistence is the key for Gemini to have the options, because to increase your options, you need to persist in the options that you already have that are good. Thinking logic is the only answer. This is an interesting one because Geminis are logical beings. You know, they're the sign that thinks. They're the sign that is amazing at thinking. So because they're so good at thinking, they utilize only logic to solve any sort of problem or to make any sort of decision or whatever it may be. But there's other sides to answers beyond logic. And some people might say logic is the best thing, and maybe it is. But there's also spiritual connection. There's also intuition. There's also higher power. There's also faith. Yeah. There's many things like this. There's science. Okay. Imagination as well. Imagination is the key. You know, when you utilize your imagination to solve a problem, sometimes you can create something out of nothing, and that can give you the answer, give you the problem that you need. Not always logic is going to solve the problem for you, Geminis. And having more options is having more options, not only to think, to solve answers, but also spiritual, logical, like I said, faith, imagination. These things can actually give you the answers that you need more than the logic. Or sometimes if the logic isn't quite connecting, utilize other aspects to get the answer you desire. Focused intensity. Well, sometimes Geminis can be scattered. Sometimes their energy can be all over the place. They do a lot and they have high energy, but it's not focused energy. And sometimes when they want to increase their options, which basically means make more money, have more connections, more fingers in more pies, know more people, whatever it may be, even if you want to have more friends, whatever it may be, you need to have your focus intensity, because when you are a Gemini and you're scattered, people tend to not respect you as much, or you tend to not seem as in control as you could if your energy is focused and you're not really moving off different points, or you're thinking multiple things, because multiple thoughts are going in Gemini's minds. But if you focus that intensity level, then the respect is there, your productivity is there, your quality is there for sure. Number 5, delegation. Geminis tend to think they can do everything themselves, okay? And to have more options, you need to have time, more time. And if you don't have enough time to do more things, it's because you're not delegating out the things that you need to do. Sometimes it's small things. Sometimes it can be things like, I'm just giving an example, like cleaning the house. Maybe you need a cleaner. Maybe you need somebody to clean your house. Maybe. Maybe you need to delegate that out. Maybe it's, I don't know what it could be. If you have a business, for example, and you need to maybe you're trying to do everything as a Gemini, because Gemini thinks that they can handle the mental capacity, which they can, but they can't physically do everything. So maybe you need to delegate maybe the IT, or maybe, let's say you're doing creative videos, or you're on social media. Maybe you need to allow someone else to do the editing. You have to kind of delegate. You can't do everything. You're not superhuman. And the more time you have, then you're going to increase your options for sure. So this is the 5 mistakes that Geminis makes, increasing their options, or trying to be successful, or trying to achieve their goals, wherever it may be. If you do have any questions for me, please leave a comment in the video. I love reading the comments. I read every single comment, every single time. Trust me. So leave a comment or like the video. Take care.